And we've been using this internally and seeing a lot of really magical moments start to appear. We're sharing this with you today because we think this does represent a glimpse into the future of how software engineering is done. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about how I use the product. So in the lead up to this launch, I've ended up doing a lot of coordination work. I haven't had as much time for coding as I may be used to, or as much as I maybe ideally would like.
Sorry.
Maybe Greg can empathize with that a little bit. And so if I'm like reviewing someone else's code or reading through Slack or playing with the product just to make sure that it's developing well, sometimes I'll have an idea of like a code change I might like to make, a change in the product or some refactor, and I'll just kick it off in Codex. It takes like 30 seconds. It's a very lightweight thing to do, and then I'll go back to Slack or wherever I am. And then later I'll come back, and the task is sitting there, and it's done. And sometimes it's a small task. It's like a simple string change. Sometimes I was ambitious, and I put in a request for like a bigger refactor or some sort of feature. And this by no means works all the time. This is a research preview. We think it's still early days. But sometimes it's like a multi-hundred-line diff, and I open it, and I start reading through it, and I'm like, wow, this actually looks like it's correct. And I read through what the model did. Maybe the model ran some tests. Maybe those tests failed, and the model fixed the test failure. I look on the left, and all the little test results are green. And I'm like, this change actually looks really good. Let me open a PR. Maybe I'll send it to a colleague for review. Maybe they'll approve it, and we'll merge it, and it lands in the code base. And then I take a step back, and I realize I just landed like a non-trivial change, like a large change, often, in our code base, and that branch never even hit my laptop.